Hello everybody, Loyalty for Life here, bringing guys a brand new video. So the ban list finally came out, and this was going to be a reaction video, and I did record a reaction video, but there was an error, and it didn't record half my audio. So yeah, I got to re-record this, and yeah, it's not going to be a reaction anymore. Which does kind of suck, but oh well. I've had more time to think about it because I had to go to work after recording that video and got to think about the ban list a bit more. And I'm really conflicted about it. There's a lot that I like, but also quite a bit that I don't like. Now then, before I do that though, I want to give a quick shout out to this guy over here, fellow YouTuber, Legendary Duels. So he's been following me for quite a while, and a while back so I commented on one of my videos that I really want a banner art, and he commented on that video that hey, he'd make it for me, and he did, and it's glorious. I love this banner art he made for me. It's amazing. It's finally like anything would have been better than that previous one, but he went above and beyond with making it. It looks absolutely fantastic. And hey, he's got some pretty good videos too. He's a fellow YouTuber, starting out. Help him out, guys. Go and check him out. I can't thank him enough. Just doing this was awesome enough. And he's also gonna make one for my chaotic channel as well. So I'll leave a link down in the comments down below to his channel, so you guys can go and check him out. Seriously, just go check him out. He's awesome. And anyway, so onto the ban list. So I'm sure everybody knows what it is already, so I'm going to quickly go over the ban stuff and go over each section and just kind of give my thoughts and opinions. So first and foremost is Gofu and Dandelion. Okay, so I thought Gofu was fine at being at one. I don't really think he needed to be hit in particular. I feel like it was going to happen eventually though. But I don't think you need to be hit just yet. He was fine at one. He was balanced. He's like a balanced grinder golem. But I digress. Then there's Dandelion. I know this is to like curb plant FTK, but we don't even have Earl Mage Jasmine, so unless she's coming out in like some side set that we don't even know about yet or something for the next ban list, I don't know. I don't feel like Dandelion should have been hit this soon, but oh well. And then we got Double Iris Magician. So this and of course Skulker Bat Joker got hit too. They're both banned. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Pendulum stuff, like of just about every Pendulum deck out there, and freaking Pendulum Magicians in particular are one of my favorite decks in the game, and they went and basically killed it. Like, I'm not saying that it's completely dead. Pendulum Magicians are still playable. Just they lost their two best search cards. And without Joker, without Double Iris, the deck is a shadow of its former self. I don't think it's going to be tier 1 like it was going to be. Maybe tier 2 at best. I don't know. Like, honestly, after this ban list, I have no idea what the hell is going to be the best deck. Because, as you guys I'm sure know, freaking Spirals got lightly touched, and by that I mean one card. And granted, it's a big card, but I feel like Spirals are still going to be the best deck, which I'm just so sick and tired of. But Double Iris Magician and Skulker Bat both got banned. I'm not a fan of these hits. I knew the deck was going to get hit eventually. I didn't expect it so soon. And honestly, I feel like that this is a bit overreaching. I feel like both cards should have been put to 1 if they really wanted to hit them that bad. Surprisingly, they didn't go after Astrograph Sorcerer, whom of which I was genuinely starting to think that was probably going to get hit. Astrograph Sorcerer is such an amazing card, and I'm honestly surprised no one's playing him in other decks that destroy stuff a lot. Like, hell, I want to test them out in just a myriad of other decks, because, hey, getting a free 2500 beater and also a search is pretty good, especially if you're popping your own stuff all the time. So, I don't know. Oh, and Stratos is still banned because, yeah, we can have Monster Reborn and Solemn Judgment back, but Stratos is still way too overpowered, guys. He's easily the most broken card in the game. Far more powerful than the mighty Chaos Emperor Dragon pre-errata. Why do we still not have this errata? That still bothers me. Love Leader got banned. It was going to happen eventually. I'm not a big fan of it getting hit so quickly. I don't feel like that the Link Kuriboh stuff was going to be too major, especially since really the only decks that could use it were Blue Eyes and Dark Lord, and neither deck are particularly amazing. Granted, I have heard horror stories about just how evil Love Leader could be with like first turn extra links plays and stuff, and yeah, that's pretty stupid. So I don't know. I don't like seeing this card hit, but that's just probably just my nostalgia for synchro decks getting in the way. And then there's Max C. So Max C got banned. I knew it was either going to get banned or it was going to get put to 2 or 3. It was going to be one of those 3 things. There's no way Konami was just going to leave it. I'm on the fence that that Max C should be at 2 or 3. Okay, I don't think Max C should be at 1, and I don't think it should be banned. Max C is a deterrent card for turn 1, break my board, come at me, bro. It's a deterrent. And it made people have to play. It made people have to play skillfully. If you got Max C dropped on you, you had to really think about what you were going to do, whether or not you're going to be able to make a sufficient enough board to be able to stop your opponent from being able to do stuff, while also continuing your own plays. And it added a level of skill to the game that I felt like was needed. Not to mention, it's the only good like cheap hand trap. I know Ghost Ogre is. I don't know how much Ghost Ogre is right now off the top of my head. I think it's around $10, but even then, Max C is way cheaper than that. And I feel like this is a huge hit to budget players. Hopefully, Ghost Ash gets like freaking reprinted sometime soon, because I feel like hand traps should be low rarity. But that's a different discussion for a different video. In any case, Max C being banned, I feel like is the wrong move. I feel like that it should be at 3. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for that. I know I'm in a minority, but I don't feel like Max C should be at 1. At banned, especially considering how degenerate certain decks can get. Like, imagine if we didn't have Max C during Zodiac format before Ghost Ash. If your opponent went off, you had no way of doing a thing about it. Max C made it to where they had to actually stop and think instead of going through their mindless degenerate plays. And now it's banned, and we're going to have plenty of mindless degenerate plays. I mean, granted, we already had those even with Max C at 1. I digress. I already went ad nauseum about Skulkerbat. I'm not going to cover him again. Construct still banned for some stupid reason. The Construct could really go back to 1. Same thing with Degusto Emerald, but no, Konami... Anyways... no spells, no traps. All monsters were hit for the ban part. Then we get to the one-ofs. Apocalypse Towers went to 1, and Sacrifice went to 3. This, in conjunction with the Cleefort Link, which I'm pretty sure they literally just put this stuff back to, well, sell the Cleefort Link, basically, makes me want to play Cleeforts. I'm not going to lie. I've always wanted to play Cleeforts. I always liked the deck, but due to the just exorbitant prices of the deck, I never got around to doing it. Now, Cleefort Scout is still at 1, which is a bit obnoxious. But, however, I feel like there's something that you can do with Clee. I don't know. I kind of want to try and build a version of it that can summon out Electromite so they can get Cleefort Scout back from the extra deck easily enough in case things happen. But I don't know, because the Cleefort Link is actually like really good for the deck. I don't know. I'm happy to see Campaka Towers back. I never imagined I would say that, but the card, there's no reason for it to be banned anymore, and heck, honestly, it'll probably go back to 2 or 3 eventually. Yeah, sure, the card is still obnoxious to deal with, but we got Utopia Lightning available to everybody now, whereas when he was banned, Utopia Lightning was not legal in Europe, if I remember correctly, because I know it wasn't legal for the longest time. And then also, of course, Kaijus are a thing nowadays, and Kaijus are played in almost every single side deck. So, yeah, Towers isn't as scary as he used to be. Unless you want to be that guy and play Massacre Restrict in Klee's. Which would be stupid because Klee's whole thing is tribute summoning, but I digress. Anyways, Next card to be hit to 1 is Grinder Golem. Uh, cool. I've never really cared for the Grinder Golem shenanigans. I know it gets really degenerate, really stupid, but again, it's never been something that I particularly care for. Granted, it being hit to 1 is something I'm pretty happy about, because then now we don't have to deal with it, which is very, very good. Because Grinder Golem being limited is basically Grinder Golem being banned without actually putting him on the ban list. Putting him at 1 or putting him at banned basically is the same thing, because no one's going to just play 1. You have to sculpt your entire extra deck around Grinder Golem if you were playing Grinder Golem shenanigans. And with him being at 1, there's just no real reason to do that anymore. And then there was Perform Aids, Damage Juggler. Yeah, no one cares. Like, really, honestly, Damage Juggler. Honestly, Damage Juggler could be at 3 and no one would care. The big thing is Plush Fire. Plush Fire is the card that made the deck stupid, and Plush Fire is still banned, so yeah, no one cares about Damage Juggler. And then Firewall Dragon got limited. This was gonna happen eventually. Good to see it. I can now finally afford Firewall. So I'm happy, because he's like $20 now, which is crazy. Yeah, Firewall Dragon, as much crap I've thrown to Firewall loops, I get that why they did this, because eventually we were going to get a good Firewall loop that was actually good in tournaments. There was a grand total of 1 regional top with a Firewall loop deck, and I think that was the Infernity one way back when Firewall first came out in TCG, and the deck hasn't done a darn thing. So Firewall getting hit to 1, I feel like is more of a precaution rather than a reaction. And honestly, I'm just more surprised that it happened before we got either of the 2 alt arts. Because you'd figure they would have waited so that then people would be incentivized to buy the reprints. And then we got Monster Reborn at 1. So yeah, this is not surprised at all. It was going to happen eventually, because the Lost Art promotion started yesterday, technically. And of course the first card is Monster Reborn. Really, really awesome. I actually got my Lost Art promotion Monster Reborn just recently. So yeah, pretty awesome. Also Monster Reborn alongside Solemn Judgment, which also is put to 1. This is a good example of why I always say to hold on to banned cards. You never know when they're going to come off, and it's better just to have them on hand rather than rush out and pay like $15 for a Solemn Judgment. Or Monster Reborn. I don't know how much Monster Reborn's at now, but I get the feeling it's probably around there. And then Spiral Resort. This is the one and only hit 2 spirals, and I feel like the deck's still going to be like one of the best decks in the format. Yes, this does extremely limit the Spiral Master Plan stuff, but I don't feel like it's like good enough hit. Like it, I don't know. This ban list and everything around it, it gives me a very wait and see kind of vibe. I get the feeling that the what was it, YCS Atlanta, the first YCS or something, that's going to be out by the time, well, that's going to happen after this ban list is in effect, which starts Monday, just in time for my locals on Tuesday. So yeah, I feel like this is going to be very wait and see. I get the feeling that spirals are not dead. Turn 2 spirals are probably still going to be one of the best versions of the deck. I don't know about the combo wombo, make a stupid board version of spirals. That's going to be interesting to see if how that does. But I get the feeling that the turn 2 spiral deck is still going to be really, really good. Funnily enough, they did not hit terraforming. So if spirals still want to play triple terraforming, they could, and then play some other field spells that might help them out, like, I don't know, Dragon Ravine to get Destrudo Engrave, stuff like that. And also that could also get a Quick Fix Engrave, which would be pretty good. Well, you pitch Quick Fix to send Destrudo, but either way, I digress. So yeah, Spiral Resort is at 1. I don't feel like spirals are going to be a dead deck, which is a bit annoying. Solemn Judgment, I'm happy. The card is obnoxious, but it's really, really powerful. It's one of those skillful cards like Max C where you really got to Be careful when you want to activate it, because paying half your life points can be either a lot or a little. And you got to be smart about when you use it. Solemn Judgment is such an incredibly powerful card to the point where every single deck is going to be playing this. If you don't have a Solemn Judgment, get one ASAP. It's been reprinted in literally every single rarity under the sun, so don't, if you don't have the spending cash, don't rush out to get a ghost rare or any other high rarities. Go for a common. Heck, it came out in structure decks in the past, you know. So try to hunt down a common or something. Which reminds me, I bought a few of the original Planet deck. What's it called? The Agents. And I think that came with Solemn Judgments, which means I got like 3 or 4 Solemn Judgments laying around in my bulk that I gotta find. Oh god, that's gonna be annoying. Nothing got put onto the semi-limits, which is intriguing, and nothing got taken off of the semi-limits. It's still weird seeing TG Hyper here. God. I really felt that if they did anything, Burial from a Different Dimension could have probably gone to 3. No one plays it. Even if it was at 3, no one would play it. Wind-Up Magician could have also gone to 3, as much as I hate saying that, because I hate wind-ups with a rather burning passion, but that's neither here nor there. And then a crap ton of stuff got put to 3. Okay, so Artifact Morale Attack. Okay, cool. If I ever want to build pure artifacts again, yay. And by again, I mean first time in real life, like 5th time in general. Blackluster Soldier went to 3. I need to hunt down 2 more copies of this, because now I can play triple Blackluster Soldier in, well, Blackluster Soldier, which is a really fun deck that I really like playing. So, being able to play 3 BOS Envoy, arguably the best version of BOS, in, well, the BOS deck is pretty awesome. Card Trooper to 3 is funny. I never thought that would happen. I feel like it's just going to be one of those cards that's forever going to stay at its spot on the ban list. And Card Trooper at 3 is pretty cool. Troop Dupe Scoop is doable now again. I don't think that's going to be relevant unless like you're playing a 60 card deck and you need, I don't know, 4 or 5 cards to fit into it. So just throw in 3 Card Trooper and 2 Machine Duplication or something. I don't know. Gonna be interesting to see if people come up with something with that. Thunder King 3, that annoys me. Sorry, so many bad memories about Thunder King. This thing is annoying. You never know. You will never, like, if you never played when Thunder King Set 4 Pass was around, oh god, I wish I was you. Because that was some of the most annoying stuff in the game. And this, alongside Inspector Border being recently released, gives me a lot of ideas for anti-meta decks. I don't know if like anti-meta is going to become popular, but it's going to be interesting to see if that does happen. Because I don't know, having an Inspector Border along with a Thunder King out and 3 to 4 back row sounds pretty obnoxious. Brionic is at 3. No one cares. No one was playing more than one of it thanks to its errata anyways. Brain Control is at 3. Okay, cool. It's errata. It's nothing biggie. El Shaddai Fusion, Future Fusion, Preparation of Rites, and Sacrifice are all pretty cool cards to go to 3. I'm happy to see Prep go to 3 because I feel like that's more of a way to try to like incentivize people to play Vendreads, because Preparation inserts all 3 of the Vendread rituals. I'm just saying. Sacrifice is pretty cool. Again, I kind of want to play Klee, especially after this ban list. Future Fusion, El Shaddai Fusion, and no one really particularly cares. No one's playing Shaddais. No one's going to play Shaddais until Construct comes back. And Sacrifice, I mean, Future Fusion is a one of, unless like you're, I mean, unless you really want to guarantee that you get it off. I don't know. And then there's Mind Control. So Mind Control, and I'm going to sound weird for saying this, but hear me out. Mind Control is a card I've actually wanted banned for a long time. Mind Control is an incredibly powerful card. It's basically a better version of Brain Control. It does literally the same thing too, but your monster that you take, your opponent's monster that you take, can't attack and can't be used for a tribute summon, if I remember right. But you're free to synchro with it, Xyz with it, link with it, do so many other things. If just for example, you can steal BLS, use its effect. And I'm sorry if you hear dogs barking. My neighbor's dogs are going crazy. So, anyways, mind control just enables so much stupid stuff. Not to mention, if you take control of like your opponent's borrow load or something, and it's in the extra monster zone, it goes into your main monster zone. So then it opens up 2 more zones that you can use for summoning from the extra deck, without having to actually do any work for it. And then you can just use the borrow load for another link summon or something. So you don't have to worry about, well, your opponent getting a borrow load back. There's just so many reasons why I feel like mind control should have been banned and not put to 3. But the big thing is that no one plays mind control for some silly reason I will never understand. And I feel like mind control is going to be a really big sleeper card. It's a card that can just steal games, do so much, and I feel like if nothing else, it's going to be a really sleeper tech card, because again, no one plays it for some reason. I don't know, somebody explain to me why nobody plays mind control, despite how it has literally no drawbacks to actually playing it, other than I guess it's technically a neg 1 because you don't get to keep the monster permanently. I don't know. It doesn't matter anyways, because you can, again, just sync with it, link with it, exceed with it, fusion with it. Forgot to mention that. Or ritual with it. So you can do anything except tribute summon with it. Anyways, so then there's Bottomless, Ceasefire, Geometrio, and Torrential Tribute. The only 2 relevant cards between these is Bottomless and Torrential. Ceasefire, I can't remember if Chamberlain plays this or not anymore. I know some builds used to, but I don't know about anymore. Ojama Trio used to be really, really good, but then links came out, and now your opponent can just link off of the tokens, which I feel like the Ojamas need a card or something that says your opponent cannot use tokens for link summons or something to make Ojama Trio relevant again, along with Duo. Now, Bottomless and Torrential, again, this feels like Konami's really trying to push stun again. Between Inspector Border coming out, Thunder King going to 3, Bottomless going to 3, and Torrential going to 3, it just feels like stun. Stun City. Which is a bit annoying, but again, I don't know what the hell is going to be the best deck right now, and who knows, maybe stun will. I don't know. So, looking at this list, again, you can tell why I'm conflicted. As a Pendulum player, as somebody who loves Pendulums in general, especially Odd Eyes and Pendulum Magicians, the bans really hurt me. Because I was really looking forward to playing Odd Eyes and Pendulum Magicians with Electromite and just being able to do all sorts of stupid, obnoxious combos, because I was actually planning on kind of sort of shelling out the money for Electromite, especially if it goes down in price. Even more so now. I don't know what it's at right now, but hopefully it goes down a bit. Yeah, they just had to go and do that. Max C being banned again, I disagree with. But aside from that, and also Mind Control going to 3, I agree with everything else on this ban list. This is such a great ban list overall. It's amazing. I love it. They've done a lot of things to try and diversify the game and try to really just get the game fun again. I don't know about you guys, but I've been rather jaded with the game for a while lately, just because I'm so sick and tired of going from one tier 0 format to another, to another, to another. Think about it, guys. We went from Zodiac to Spiral to, well, Spiral again. Okay? And keep in mind, Zodiac was super long. Spiral was pretty long overall. And already we continued on into, well, this ban list. I don't know if it's going to survive this one or not. And then it was looking like we were going to go into a Pendulum Magician tier 0 format, you know? Like, it's just really, really obnoxious how we just keep going from one tier 0 format to another, and links were supposed to slow down the game, or at least curb it in general somehow. I don't know. Anyways, this ban list I really do like overall. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's gonna be. I'm gonna have fun with Firewall finally. I got a lot of stuff to test out between Extreme Force coming out and this ban list. Now that we finally got both, look forward to getting an Odd Eyes deck profile. I'm gonna try and have it up within the next week or so. I can't guarantee because I'm gonna try out a lot of things. I also got some other ideas floating around in my head for other decks. So, guys, what do you guys think about this ban list? Again, I'm super conflicted about it, but mostly only because of like 4 cards. I'm scared Spirals are still going to be the best deck. I'm so tired of Spirals being the best deck. Which is funny because I used to love the deck, and then Double Helix came out and made the deck stupid. But I digress. So, guys, what do you think of this format? What do you think will be the best deck? Tell me what you guys think about below, and again, I will leave Legendary Duel's link to his channel down below as well. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great day of your birthday. Happy birthday. See you all later. Peace out and goodbye.